Earlier in 2016, the independent nation-state of Grantvania was formed in the outer suburbs of Toowoomba. Only the second ever independent nation to separate from Australia, this tiny and landlocked nation has already gained a great deal of publicity, but never before was anyone allowed inside. A film crew was granted unprecedented access to this country, its people, and its leader, Grant Mumford. This film is an account of that story.
Hello! Welcome to Grantvania. This is my country. Why don't you come on in? Now, start you off. Up here's our outpost. That's where Kevin, the lookout, stands guard. Doesn't sleep much. Drinks a lot of coffee. Hey, Kev! Doing all right? Good lad. Why did I create Grantvania? It's a good question. Everyone wants to know that. They say, Grant, why did you leave Australia, take your block of land, get a few pals together, and name a nation after yourself? You know what I say to that? I say to them, why would you want to be part of a nation that was built on stolen land and just has a whole bunch of stereotypes following around for its whole life? Thank you so much for coming to my little humbly abode. Now, this here, this is the supply shed where we keep tools and supplies, and where we store things. Next, take kangaroos for example. Everyone overseas expects Australians to be riding around on their own personal hopping marsupials, but let me tell you something. Last guy I knew who tried to ride a kangaroo got fly kicked in the face. Really hurt. Had to get a new nose. Alright, this is our main entrance. Now, you see this sign here? Well, observe it. You know? Can't have any of these Australianisms getting into the main house of Grantvania. Right? But other than that, come on in. Hey, no. Hey, I see that. What's that? None of this. None of this.
What do you have against things like Australian food and music? What did they ever do to you?
Well, the thing about the band list is that it represents everything about Australia. And we are certainly not Australian. Yeah? Cricket's banned too. Can't have that. That's too Australian. Hurts for a little bit, but you get used to it. Just after we left Australia, we had a big burning day where we burnt everything quintessentially Australian in a big fire. Yeah. Good day. I mean, we have pretty much everything you'd need to run a successful nation right here. We have an armory, Department of Education, the Grantvanian Theatre Company.
Do you love my son?
Your pardon, noble mistress?
Love you, my son.
Do not you love him, madame?
Go not about. My love hath in a bond, whereof the world takes note. Come, come, disclose.
Oh, and of course, international relations. Now, Denise is the only person in the whole country who's allowed to learn any Australian slang. We never know when we might need it. Well, this is the back of our nation. These are our water tanks. They collect fresh Grantvanian rainwater from the Grantvanian skies. I've told the Australian government that there are to be no aircrafts flying over in our airspace.
So, what do you do if a plane does fly overhead?
Throw rocks at it. Right, well, here we have our veggie garden. It's a work in progress. This is the master bedroom. We're actually working on a national anthem. You want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, righto. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, we're separate from Australia. Whoa, living in Grantvania. Take my hand and we'll make our own nation. Whoa, living in Grantvania. Is that good?
It sounds a lot like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
Coincidence? Yeah, so...
During our interview with Grant, the nation had a security breach.
But it's just...
Grant, there's a breach! Breach!
It's time. Get! What happened?
That kid just threw a rock in here!
Grantvania sucks and Australia is the best, mate.
When Grant returned, he had some news for us.
Well, he got away, and technically we broke the law by entering Australia without a passport. But, as President, I've decided that we are now at war with Australia. Oh, you'll need to leave. Our nations are at war with one another.
Oh.
Go on. Right, I'll show you out.
Despite our spontaneous and unfriendly expulsion from Grantvania, the visit to this new country was ultimately a pleasant and enlightening one. Grant Mumford is someone who loves his land, but is sick of the Australian way of life and the stereotypes that come with it. He has a loyal base of citizens who would do anything to make this nation work, and are willing to give the rest of their lives to this cause. Because as President Grant Mumford says in his own words,
Not everyone wants to be Australian.
Oh, yeah, we're in our own country. Waltzing Grantvania, waltzing Grantvania. You come up, walk Grantvania.
Is that good?
It's alright.